No one is talking about how the show on Netflix, The Polygamist, is actually a book. The book was written by an author from Zimbabwe named Sue Nyathi, and the book was written 14 years ago. But before we talk about the book, let's get into my thoughts about the actual show. I have watched a lot of Nollywood movies and series. This might have been the messiest one that I've seen. This is not a spoiler free conversation. I will be mentioning things because why are you watching this if you haven't seen the show? Hmm? Okay. I binge watched this show like I had nothing else to do. But let me be clear. Even though I did have things to do, I was working and watching at the same time. Okay. I know how to multitask a little bit. So when I actually turned this show on, I almost turned it back off because I'm not a big fan of dubbed shows at times. I have to be in the mood for it. So I almost turned it off, but I'm glad I didn't. No episode ended without there being some big reveal. Every time you thought this show reached the pinnacle, the height of drama, there was more to come. It's crazy to me when you think about who the drama is all over. Jonasi. Thick childbearing hips having Jonasi. I guess, girl. I don't understand it. Jonasi, he is this rich guy that has this beautiful family, a wife named Joyce, a daughter named Pume, a son named Minzy, and then they also have a little boy too. Now, I don't remember the little boy's name, and he's rarely in the show anyway. The show starts with him at his mistress's house because he hasn't lived with the family in a year because he decided to allow this trollop to seduce him, and he thought that it was the best idea to leave his family and go shack up with this lady. Yep, that's what he did. He shacked up with this lady, and his wife came to the house like, okay, it's our 20-year anniversary. I don't care what you've been doing over here, but we have an image to maintain, and I need you to get ready for this anniversary party. Let's go. You've had your fun. And my guy is like, no, we're not doing that. That's how the show starts. So already drama because what do you mean my girl is my guy? I'm sorry, Miss Mamas. Mr. Jonasi is at another house with another woman. Come on, say what? It goes back and it shows us the story and all that stuff. And we meet the mistress, Matipa, baddie. Let's start there. Bad. She looked good. But come on now, sir. As all the episodes go on, we're learning more and more about this mistress. We're learning more about the wife, and we're learning more about Miss Mama's Jonasi. And Jonasi, he's a trip. He really got on my nerves this entire show. And I was just waiting because the show starts at a funeral. So we know that Jonasi is gonna, you know, before the end of the show. It couldn't happen fast enough. I was so tired of seeing him. So tired. Out of all the characters on the show, there's only two characters that did not genuinely get on my nerves, and that's Pume and the brother, Magesh. Now, Magesh, count your days, because while you are a good man, you held your brother's secret for 18 to 20 years. The brother that treated you like crap, the brother that don't even really like you, if we're being honest, the brother that uses you, the brother that says, oh, you don't have a life. I don't have a life because I've been hiding your secret and pretending to be something to keep you from getting beat up. And then Pume's so sweet. She's so forgiving. She's so mature. And I love that my girl set boundaries and said, you know what? This family is messed up. And I don't have to be messed up. So you know what I'm doing? I'm getting the fuck away from y'all. And I'm not mad at that. Joe Nasi was slinging them wide hips all around Africa. Mystery children, cousins and sisters, Joe Nasi. Minzy. The entire show I felt for him because I'm like, his dad is way too rough on him. His dad constantly is saying, be a man. But there's been no real situations where he needed to be a man. What, you wanted him to fight people? What was he doing wrong? I don't understand what the hyperfixation was on being so tough on him. This man is chilling. Now, yes, he should be working or he should be in school. He should be figuring out his life in that aspect. I do agree. But everything else, chill out. I was fighting for him the entire time till we got to that end. First of all, you started acting like your dad. Why do we become what we despise? There's no reason that you wanted to be like that man. You don't even like him. I'm not understanding. Then, after the funeral, it ain't that much liking somebody in the world. Lindani, are we not done with her? I don't understand how you watched everything unfold and still wanted that girl at the end. Do you not like your nether regions? Do you not like yourself? I'm not understanding. And speaking of Lindani, I was watching the entire show like, oh my God, she is so pretty. That is such a cute girl. She got locked, very cute. And then y'all dropped the bomb on me like that? Child, Lindani, you disappointed me to the highest level of disappointment. Back to Miss Mama's, you predator. You were 45 years old. Lindani is no more than, let's say, 19. What's wrong with you? And back to Lindani again. Didn't you show up at the funeral talking about, I have the right to bury my man? An uppercut would have been waiting for her. When I walked into church and saw Lindani sitting in the front row or in the third row, whatever row she was sitting in, an uppercut, it would have been sent. And Essie, the lady that could not move on, 20 years, 2-0. And you still did everything to the very end for that man. It ain't that much love in the world. It ain't that much like in the world. It's not that much care in the world. I'm flabbergasted. She also should have caught a mean, swift uppercut to the chin as well. Because how dare you try to have a funeral and not invite me or my children? You are my sister-in-law. I didn't know that you were a wife. And you walking around big funky mad at me because I am the wife and I don't even know y'all situation. Her and Sarah should have both been slapped across the face. They should have been lined up next to each other and just a back slap to go to the both of them. How dare you? You and your mom sit around mad at people that don't know why you're mad at them. Pume didn't know why she hated her. Pume think this is my cousin. We just don't get along sometimes. She a little funny acting. No, she actually secretly hates you because your daddy is more of a daddy to you than he is to her. And you don't even know that he is her daddy. Come on. If you can't tell, this show put a level of frustration in me that I haven't felt since I watched a Tyler Perry film. I watched Tyler Perry just to come back and talk junk because I gotta be a well informed hater. You get what I mean? I need to actually watch the material to be able to know why I hate the material. You get me? They would still be pulling me off of Matipa to this day. One of my favorite moments in the show is when Joyce went to that spa and Matipa was in there flapping them gums, just talking her shit, talking hot shit. And she made Matipa touch every wall in that spa. That wouldn't have been enough for me. I'm talking about every time I see her, I would just be pulling her head from out of some concrete. Every time I see her, my foot would be on that ass. That straight across wig she be wearing would have been over there. Over there. There would have been not enough people to keep me off him. I feel like where Joyce went wrong is Joyce was trying to be too mature and do things right and keep her image in mind. He would have been living like, what's his name? What's the one? Christina's not here. Whatever that, what's his name? Charles? Whatever. He would have been living like him. I would have pushed him down the steps. Those nice stairs they had in their home, he would have went down them steps multiple times. She pushed him out the wheelchair one time. That's not enough. I thought that show was really good, and I made my sister watch it too. I hit her up, sister, this show is stressing me out. I need you to watch it. I'm on episode 14. Start right now. And guess what? She did that. And then I have multiple voice notes of her talking about the show and how it stressed her out too. I know. That's why I told you to watch, girl. I have not been this stressed since seeing Shamar Moore in those braids in that Medea movie. I don't know what it is, and I'm trying to figure out the most appropriate way to say this, but the wigs, those straight across hairlines. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say it. Tweezers. That's all I'm going to say. It. Those 27 pieces. It's a lot. It gives helmets sometimes, and Matipa and all them are way too pretty for that. I don't know how you can top this. 22 episodes of straight drama, of straight mess, of straight BS, of me wanting to uppercut every character in the show minus two people. Most times shows cut out things and movies cut out things from the original work, which is the book. And I'm just wondering, is there more drama in the book? And if so, ma'am, are you okay? Do you have a therapist on standby? Because where did you get all this from? I would love to interview this author. Let me see if I can find her on social media. I'm just so curious to see how far the book goes and what the show didn't show. But I found the book on Amazon, so I did a deep dive, right? And I went and looked and searched far and wide for this book. I really just went to Amazon and it was on Amazon. So the book is not available as a physical book, but it was available as a Kindle book. And it was about $8.69, I believe. Got that? So, because I'm a mood reader, let me start off by saying that I don't know when I'm going to read it. Right? I'm going to probably start it ASAP, but when I'm going to finish it is a whole nother story. I get distracted, it'd be other books. But yes, I am going to read it and I'm going to report back and I'm going to do a video of the comparison of the two, the original compared to the adaptation. This show was a 10 out of 10. It kept me stressed out. I was sitting like this the entire time. It was that deep, it was that good. Make sure you actually come back for part two, okay? And I'm going to try to get you hooked on the book just like I was hooked on the show. And I'm sure you were also hooked on the show. So I will see you soon. Bye.